Hi, my name is Iryna Lisovska, and I'm living in Ukraine since 2000s. Well, my war started when my ex-boss called me, and he said, "Ira, are you still sleeping? Wake up, read the news, pack up your things, and run away." This is the military war rule, let's say, that when war is started, then you have 24 hours to leave that place. If you will not, you will not at all. Even I started to remember this sentence and really become nervous and remember everything. And after a couple of days, we saw helicopters, we saw all these military vehicles, everything. Our house, it's so close to the highway, and our windows, it's so easy to see what's happened on the road, how tanks was go from Zhytomyr side, and we saw everything. And my husband, he's mechanical, and he saw how our military forces they shoot these tanks and how they run away, and even we filmed that. So we have a video on my husband's YouTube channel, exactly these days, how it's happened, how first house was bombed, attacked, and the fire was there pretty quickly. If to be like in a conclusion, our location, it was like a gray zone. It wasn't under occupation totally, but anyway, we saw all these whistles flowing out from Ukrainian side, from Russian side, and we was like on the middle. And after a couple of days of this fighting, it was 8 March. As you probably all know, that's International Women's Day, and our guys they made us let's say barbecue party in the basement of unbuilt, not built it completely kindergarten, and it was most tasty barbecue that we tried in my whole life. About the let's say orcs, that's how we call them, about them tactic or strategy, if we could call it this way, tactic or strategy, because there wasn't tactic. They really like a zombie. They coming, our military forces, and bombing, covering, and they still, after that, they coming again, and this is like a pattern. For 5 or 6 days, that was the pattern. Until 10 a.m. it was pretty quiet. After 10 a.m. fight starts. Again, it was the fighting until, I guess, 4 p.m. or 2 p.m. and after that again quiet, and in the evening sometimes. About the life in this house under gray zone, let's say. We wasn't with electricity, without water, without anything, and all this mobile connections, how to reach our relatives. My parents was lived in nearest village in Petrushki. Just to find the connection, we ran to the 6th floor, just stand with the phone and catching the cells. That's only things that helped us to stay in touch and to read the news and what's happening. That's it. And the food, a lot of our apartments, they had this induction things to cook, and for sure no electricity, no cooking, no keeping the food in refrigerators, and etc. So we decided to cook outside on the street, exactly near our house, So we just imagined that we had this, as I said, barbecue parties under vehicles, under missiles, and it was crazy. It's now you remember that and you think in calm way, and you could realize that what happened in the real situation, and you thought, oh my God, you are crazy to stay here for such long time. So we was here until 9th of March, and in the morning I saw the message in our group that orc tanks in near village in Dmitrovka already, and I had a kid. He was only 2 years old then, so it's now he's 3, but back there it was 2.5. So we decided to not stay here, and our grandparents they refused to go. They say that the kid is more important here, and me, my husband and kids, we drive away with some type of volunteer. I guess I saw him first time in our lives, and he say it's safe to cross the highway, so you could go. And me, our car and another 2, I guess, yes, another 2, we ran away at this day. And later we stayed in touch with our grandparents for sure, and every day we try to convince them to go. We will send the car, we will find the way. They said, no, we're here and we are totally fine, we're full of food, everything okay, so no worries. But for a second, that our grandpa, he's 76 years old, and our grandma, she is 62 years old. And 23rd of May, our, let's say, landlord, or how it could be translated, he's called me and he said that please convince your grandparents to leave, because they still only one in this house who is living here, and it's not okay. So my husband, he pick up his things, sit in the car, and he drove about 800 kilometers at night, and this not allowed hours to go on the roads. Couple of times it's long story, so long story short, in the morning of 24th of May, he already was here. By 1 hour he collect his parents, they sit in the car, and they run away. So in the evening, 24th, I've met them in Nadvirna, it's Ivano-Frankivska Oblast district, and they stay there for a couple of days. And 25th of May, we saw in the chat that our house is burning. So it was really so close. And I don't know, this is some God blessing to pick up our grandparents for some such close time to house burning. So that's it, and all that time we stay in different locations. In 1 month we moved, I guess, 6 times for our whole family. It wasn't easy. I still hate moving. And even now when we need to move back in our house, it's something like I'm stretching to this time to, oh God, I don't want to move again. Just, it's not important that we're moving back. It's just moving. So this is our short story. It now seems short, but that time it seems like, I don't know,